Hello, students. We're now going to be talking about the rhetorical analysis. You should have already finished or have been actively working on your investigative report. In the process of working on your investigative report, you've had to use 5 to 7 sources. What you're going to do for the rhetorical analysis is pick one of these sources. You are then going to analyze that source. So how are you going to do that? Well, it has to be a college level text. What does that mean? That means it needs to be long enough to analyze, and it needs to be at a level that uses academic language. You're going to examine that particular document. You're going to look at the author, the ethos, who that particular person or group is. And are they connected to anybody else? Are they connected to a university? Are they connected to a group that has some power or say directly related to your topic? And most importantly, do they have bias? Bias is going to play an important role in your analysis. You're going to look at the place. Are they talking in a particular location? Are they talking about the topic in a location that matters? Is it a general statement? There is always some location. North America, Europe, Africa, Australia. Depending on what your topic is, and hopefully you've narrowed it down a little bit, place is going to matter. Next, you're going to look at the audience for the message. The one thing you cannot write is that everyone is the audience. The author of this piece, whatever the piece is, has not chosen to write to everyone. They've chosen to write to a specific group. It is your job to figure out who they are talking to. You might also consider whether or not you are part of their audience. Be sure to look at the student example of the rhetorical analysis to see some of those elements of who the audience is if you're not sure what that means. You're going to look at the rhetorical elements, ethos, pathos, and logos. In the writing of the text, does the author actually mention their ethos? Do they mention their background? Do they talk about their experiences? Or do they just hope that you're going to know? Or do they not care if you know their expertise? Are they playing on emotions? When it comes to the environment, depending on the article you choose, you may find that the article is very well supported with pathos as opposed to ethos or logos. It really depends on the article. Are they trying to evoke certain emotions? Are they trying to make you react in shock or awe? And do they use clear evidence in the form of logos, statistics, data, quotations and information in the correct structures? How far do they use their logos? Some students have chosen articles that have very little pathos and very little in the way of ethos, but are very heavy on logos. Other students find that they have really great, powerful arguments that are based solely on emotion and pathos. So there's no statistics and no data. What kind of article have you found? Take a look at the language. Are they using formal language? Are they using academic language? Is it hard for you to read because it is specialized language? Consider the medium that is being used. Where did you find this article? If it's in a database from the library, you need to actually look to see what the source of this article is. Is it from a journal? Or maybe it's a chapter in a book? Or maybe it's an article from a magazine? When you actually figure out which medium it is, that will actually help you figure out what the audience is. If it's written in a journal, all journals target a specific audience. So look at what that journal is and who that journal is written for. If it's in a magazine, all magazines are written for a specific audience. So what magazine is it written in? And who is the audience of that magazine? Once you've examined all of the rhetorical elements, it's time to take a close look at whether everything fit together and if it's actually well written, well supported, and does present the argument properly in a way that's going to cause a reaction. Again, make sure you look at the sample. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.